How do you roll out pasta perfectly? I've scoured 26 cookbooks that contain fresh pasta recipes to get the best tips and tricks, and there's a particular tip that I think makes all the difference. Welcome to Explaining Pasta with Pasta, a series where I break down the constituent parts of pasta with the help of pasta letters. Part 3, Perfect Pasta Rolling. A successful roll starts with a thorough knead. I'm talking 10 to 12 minutes to adequately develop the gluten. Don't skimp. Big Cask has a delightfully simple tip here. Rather than putting a timer on, cue 3 songs to listen to. This keeps you entertained and stops you clock watching like you're doing the plank. Bonus points if you match the RPM to the kneading rhythm. Then you need a rest, ideally a few hours or even overnight, or if you're in a hurry or a time cooking competition, 30 minutes will do. Paul Foster suggests vacuum packing the dough, and I saw this before in a Food Busker video in Naples. This technique makes sense because it compacts the dough, accelerating the absorption of liquid into the flour, and completely eradicates any oxidization on the outside of the dough. I love this technique, but if you don't have a vacuum pack machine, tightly wrapping in cling film, of course, also works really well. Right, the rolling itself. If you've made pasta before, you know the basic drill. The aim is to work the dough through progressively thinner machine settings. Now, the top tip is to laminate the dough. A few books suggest this, with a Padella book explaining it particularly well. You take the dough through to roughly the third setting, then fold it upon itself, then roll it back through the machine from the start again. This is doing two things. It's making the dough more rectangular, but more crucially, it's developing the gluten, specifically the gliadin protein, which gives the dough its extensibility. You're compressing and aligning the protein so it's more extensible rather than snapping back. Repeat this lamination process a couple of times. As you do, you'll notice it improves the structure of the dough and gives it a more plasticky type consistency, which is going to give it more bite when you eat it. Then you just work down through the settings as normal. About a quarter of the books call for you to pass it through each setting twice. If you've done this lamination, you've already done the hard work, so one pass is fine. My last tip is to not necessarily go to the thinnest setting on the machine. Much like the 90s tabloid press, the older books contend that the thinner, the better. But I want my pasta to have some body and bite, and the thinnest setting on my machine is too darn thin. I usually go to 7 for filled pastas and 6 for long pastas. Get rolling and follow for part 4, matching sauces and pasta shapes.